Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I finally got around to making this video and really hope you like it. It's my time with Half-Life. With the hype being over with Half-Life 2's anniversary about a month ago, I wanted to jump on the opportunity to finally make it and really explain my experiences with it, some stories, and just a little bit of reminiscing. Man, I remember when I first got this game, my uncle told me about it, and I remember seeing the orange, like, box with Gordon Freeman on it, not knowing that it was Gordon Freeman. But back then, whenever box art was something you looked at, was crazy. So, looked at it, didn't know what the fuck it was, and uh, yeah, just wanted to play it as soon as possible. Even with the opening scene of Half-Life, you were just shrouded with mystery because the only thing you had was an announcer in the tram telling you, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is the weather. This is the time." Even still, you have no idea. You look on the back of the box art; it kind of shows like some aliens and stuff and whatnot, but you kind of had an idea what to expect. So it was really cool to really get into that and kind of make a scenario before you even played it. Because again, the opening scene and stuff that leads up to it, going into the complex and whatnot, was pretty awesome. So it was a lot of fun. And then we have Opposing Force with my boy Corporal Adrian Shepard. Yeah, this one I more than likely, I'm sure I doubled, if not tripled, the amount of time I played on this compared to Half-Life. But this one was my favorite one by far. I saw it on the shelves, and I wasn't looking for it, but it caught my eye. And same gritty looking box art, but it was green, and it had a guy with a fucking gas mask on, or protective mask. It was so cool, man. I was like, oh, I gotta get it. So I saved up my money, my lunch money. I think it was like 40 cents a day. So I didn't eat lunch until I could buy an event. It actually got on sale for like, God, I think it was like $20 or $10. I can't remember, but anyway, this was by far the one I played the most. The uh, the environment was obviously so familiar, but you're on the other end of the spectrum, and where you're chasing after Gordon Freeman instead of being the one chased. It had different monsters or different alien types. It had, the same similarities, different weapons, but everything still felt, you know, familiar. And you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, this guy up there. But anyway, Opposing Force was a lot of fun memories, and it seems I had to repeat that journey. About a decade later, there was this mod that was being made called Black Mesa, and yeah, I got to experience Half-Life all over again as an adult. Um, yeah, yeah, man. Half-Life was huge, detrimental to my childhood, and with it being possibly a saving grace or maybe something more, I'm not too sure. But I know whenever I was bullied as a kid, like elementary to high school, damn near, Half-Life was the game I looked forward to uh, after school. And not to delve into it again, I don't know if Half-Life saved me or if I was just always resilient when it came to people picking on me, but it was a good experience, and being able to relive this all over again. I'd played the mod at first, and then eventually Valve, took the development team, and then they released a full, like all of Half-Life again. And if you've never played Half-Life ever, start with Black Mesa. It is literally a good caveat going into Half-Life 2. But yeah, no, it's I just remember all the fond memories I had with it, with beating the game multiple times, adding cheats eventually. I had to call like my buddy or people I knew that had internet, because I was in a household that didn't have internet, and I would ask them for like cheats. I was like, hey, what, like, are there any cheats for this game? And I had my notebook and I wrote everything down, and just to play it again and be goofy and silly and no clip through stuff, and just with this game spiking my curiosity, but also being able to play around with a few of the mechanics, you know, outside of the bounds of the game. It was I don't know, it was it was phenomenal. And then coming back to it again in Black Mesa was man, I did not expect this to happen. And I'm kind of going to go into a little bit later in the video about the mods and stuff, but man, Half-Life, it's truly near and dear to my heart, and it's a huge part of my development as a kid. I mean, it was problem solving. It's very linear. And I'm sure people still don't know who the fuck G-Man is, but it was a very linear, you know, quick reaction puzzle-ish game. Man, there's the memories in this game that I have are just phenomenal. But I will say, if you've never played Half-Life, play Black Mesa first. The holiday sale is still going on Steam, so yeah, I would say dive into it. I believe maybe it's like $10 or something, and yeah, just experience it, man. I will say Zen is the coolest place after they finished it. The coolest place. So definitely dive into it and check it out. The next thing that blew my mind when I was younger, and once I was able to get like internet, I would go to my dad's every other weekend and try out, like, you know, different games, and, you know, play games that his computer was able to run. Then I found mods, and as you can tell, it's a SpongeBob map, and I just did random map just to show you the craziness of mods back then, especially with the Gold Sork engine, or Half-Life engine, which was the old Quake engine. Yeah, man. The Specialist it dealt with guns, kung fu, you know, blades. It was a multiplayer game or mod, slow motion, very intricate, like doing front kicks and then back kicks. It was very free movement. So, you know, way before Call of Duty 6. That's just one of the crazy mods. Up next, I don't know. I don't know if people knew about this one, but we'll see. I know what you're thinking. Guns, you know, shoot 'em up, Half-Life mod, whatever. It's Half-Life. It already has guns. It's not a big deal, right? Yeah, I get it. But then all of a sudden you have a mod called Earth Special Forces, and it's a Dragon Ball Z conversion. You can be most of the characters, at least during that time. And yeah, being able to play Dragon Ball Z on a modded version of Half-Life, yeah, never would have guessed. But yeah, here it was. Don't get me wrong, I was pretty bad at this one, but there were so many more games, so many more mods, that you were able to play, and the two that I showed are just the tip of the iceberg, where the modding community was insanity. Getting Half-Life 2 was awesome. I remember asking my mom for it, and I was stoked to get it, and or to see if I could get it. I mean, I grew up, you know, pretty poor, and but I remember I had just this rinky-dink computer. I don't remember what processor it had, but I know it had a Voodoo 3 in it, and it. Anyway, I eventually got it. I believe it was 9 discs. Half-Life 2 had, and I remember installing it, and it just ran like shit. And then way back when, I thought that computers could just run games. Like, I didn't think there needed to be hardware that needed to be installed that was better or perform better. But anyway, there was eventually got an upgrade. I was asking about it, and when I started doing like work or helping or whatever it may be, and was able to fully play Half-Life 2 and actually enjoy it and not have like, I think it was like 6 frames or something like that, or 10 frames. But either way, I still played it. Don't get me wrong, it just crashed a lot. But I mean, even seeing Half-Life 2, I believe it was bigger than 1 for sure. Because when they released the orange box, you had all the episodes and Team Fortress 2 and Portal. And Portal, I don't know what that was, but people loved Portal. It was more popular than Half-Life during that era, and I believe it still is. Like, I love Portal, don't get me wrong. Any Valve game that's come out, or whenever they used to publish with Sierra, I was always looking out for it. So it was, yeah, playing Half-Life 2 and having memories. And then years later after that, in 2015, there was a mod, Black Mesa, and then, you know, it's there's still a lot of good history. And then there's Half-Life Alyx. I bought that the day it came out. And then, I don't know, there's a lot of good memories. The modding community was great. It still is. It's still out there, and it's definitely, some of these games, these older games, are getting love and support from modders to either recreate or reinvent the wheel, which, considering this year, games came out that, I don't know, some of the games that came out this year were pretty shit. So, but yeah, no, just wanted to spend this time to tell you about Half-Life 2 and give you kind of a story about it. Half-Life 2 was huge. I was like, I was waiting forever for that. So, all right, well, I'm gonna end this video here. If you did like the video, please let me know in the comments. I'll leave you with this amazing scene